Hello students, we got some issues while we are taking class in the morning today. Okay, so that I am taking a static video lecture through this software, and it will be uploaded in your classroom. Okay, Google Classroom. All of you go through that video, and today afternoon you will have a quiz based on this topic. Okay, so today I will continue the topic what we discussed today. Okay, so first, what is actually a file concept in C? So what actually the file concepts? Why we need to go for a file concept in C program? Um, Here, till now, before file concepts, we are all doing the program based on reading input from the output window. So in the black screen output window, the user will enter the input, and based on that input only we are doing our program. After processing our program, we are writing our output on the same window. Okay, so like this way only we are doing the program till now. So next, so with the use of file concepts, we are going to access a separate file with your main program. So we are going to write the main program. In the main program, whether we are going to read data from file, see a separate file, or we are going to write some separate set of data to the separate file, or both can be used at the same time. We can read from one file and also we can write to another file. Okay, so those are possible. Why need to go for a file? Why need to go for a file concepts? It is mainly useful for accessing huge number of data and also writing huge number of data in the output stream. So just imagine if user has to enter 1000 number of input. User has to enter 1000 number of input. Is it possible to enter 1000 input in the output window? If they are entering means, then it is a waste of time. So for avoiding that controversy, we can go for a file. So your 1000 input will already enter in that file, and simply we can read that file by using of the command. That is, you can use that command fscanf, file scanf. So till now we are using scanf for reading input from that output window. Now we are going to read input from the file, so that it is called as fscanf. So we can read any number of input from file by using of the fscanf function. Okay, and also, okay, we got the input and we do our process, we are program. That output has to write in the output window. Just imagine it is a small screen. In the small screen, we need to display our 1000 output data. We got already 1000 input. Now we need to write 1000 output data, the same output screen. It is not enough to display all the output data. So that is 1000 output data cannot be displayed in the single window. For that cases, we can go for a separate file. So how much number of data you are generated as output, that output will be converted and will be stored in your separate file. And imagine it will be stored. So you can take any time to access that file, what are the outputs we already generated. So in the morning we run the program, in the afternoon or in the evening or next day or after 1 month. So we may open that file and we can see what are the outputs are generated for the particular program. For in case if you run that program with the use of output window, we can't see that output later in the afternoon or in the evening or next day or next month or next year. Only we can see at the time of when we are running that program only. Okay, so for that cases also we can go for a file concepts. Okay, so how we can access the file, how we can read the input from file, how we can write the output into file. Okay, so we are going to read input from the file. So it is a separate file. We are doing program in the main program. It is a one file, In that file only we are reading a separate file. For reading a separate file, we need one pointer. That pointer move around the file. So start from here and it will be moving like this. Your pointer will be moving like this. After moving like this, then we can go for a next line. Okay, so it will be reached till the last characters available in the file. So there is a one pointer. With the use of pointer, we can move around the file. What is that pointer called? It is file pointer. With the use of that file pointer, we can move starting point to end point of your file. Okay, so at the end of your file, there is one special character called as end of file, EOF. It should be in the capital. Okay, it should be in capital, called as capital E, capital O, capital F. That is end of file character. Okay, so start from your starting point of your file. Always your file pointer points the first point available in your file. Okay, we can increment your file pointer and it will be moving to the next point in your file, and it can read your data at input from that file. Okay, it will be moving next to next point. Okay, so we will discuss that. So what is actually a file? It is a collection of data or information that are stored on a computer known as a file. Okay, so we already discussed that. So your file may contain a huge number of data or information. So whether it can be a number or it can be a characters or a symbol also. So you can read that data and it can be stored in one of the separate variable. Okay, so a file is a collection of bytes stored on a secondary storage devices. So whatever we are creating your input or output, that should be stored in a secondary devices. Okay, should be in a hard disk. And there are four different kind of files are there. One is a text file, second one is a data file, third one is program file, and last one is a directory file. Okay, so there are different kind of files are there. So any kind of file we can access with the use of the file pointer. One thing, we need to mention that file name with extension. Extension is nothing but if you have a Word file, it can be a doc or docx file format, or if it is a text file, then it can be a txt format, txt file format. So similarly, we can mention different file format with a specific extension of the particular file. Okay, so a file has beginning and end. So we need a marker to mark the current position of the file from the beginning while we reading and writing the operations. Okay, so we start from the starting point and end at the end point also. With the use of file pointer only, it will be start over from the starting point to end point. Okay, finally the marker is at the beginning of your file. That marker is nothing but a file pointer. So we can move the marker, that is a file pointer, to any other position in the file. The new current position can be specified as an offset from beginning the current position. So if you need to move from first point to 10th point, means it is possible with the use of one specific function with the use of that particular offset. How many number of bytes we are going to move, that have to be specified. Okay. Okay. So there are file streams are there. What is actually a file stream? A stream refers to the flow of data from one page to another. Actually from program to file or file to program. Okay, so for example, we are reading input means, so your inputs are available in the file, so that data will be taken from file to your main program. Or if you are writing output to your file, means then you are writing data from your main program to file, that is called a stream. Okay, so one is called as a text stream. It consists of sequence of characters. Each line of characters in the stream may be terminated by a new line character. And text streams are used for textual data which has consistent appearance from one environment to another, or from one machine to another. Okay. So, and binary streams are, it is a series of bytes are available Binary streams are primarily used for non-textual data. Basically, by default, it is in 0 and 1s, okay, which is required to keep the exact content of the file. There are two kind of files are there. One is text file and the one is binary file. Okay. So what is a text file? So it can be a stream of characters that computer can process sequentially. It is processed only in forward direction. It is open for one kind of operation: reading, writing, or appending. Okay. Appending means the data are already available. With the data, we can extend the particular data. Okay. So binary file is a file consists of collection of files. A file, binary file is also referred as character string. Okay. So there are specific functions are there. There are specific functions are there in file management functions. Those are f open, f close, get c, and put c. Okay, it is actually a put c, not a put s. It is put c, and f printf, f scanf. These are some basic functions. What is actually these are functions? F open means we have a file. Okay, so that file is specifically for reading. So then we need to open that file. If it is file is open already, say it is already available, then we can open a particular file. F open, it is used to create a new file for use open on the existing file also. So with the use of F open, we can open the existing file or we can open the new file also. Okay. So new file will be a empty one and existing file may have the data already. Okay. F close. So we already opened a file with the use of the particular file pointer. Then the particular file has to be closed at the end of the program, at the end of every program. So like dynamic memory management, memory allocations. So we need to close all the file pointer which is created by the corresponding keyword file. Okay, so by using of the f close. So it is used to close the specific file only. Which file is open, that file only can be closed by this function. Or if you may be opened more than one file with the use of particular file pointer. I'm opened a 3 file means at the end of the program I need to close that 3 file. So then we can use f close all function. Okay, so after this f close we can use that all. So that function name is called as f close all. Okay, and get c means it is used to get a single character from a file. Your file may have a number of characters are available. From that file you may read a single character at a time. Then that particular character can be stored in a one of character variable. Okay, and put c, it is actually a put c. Okay, it is called as put c. So put c means you need to write a single character to your file. It is used to write a single character to a file from a one of a specific character variable. Okay, so it is possible to write a single character from a character variable to your file only. Okay, what is actually a printf? It is similar to your printf function. What we are doing a printf function. So it is used to print all the data which is available in your variable. That will be displayed on the output window. In fprintf function, it is used to write all the data available in a particular variable that should be displayed in your file only. Instead of in the output screen, it will be displayed in your file. Okay. And fscanf function means it is used to read the input from your file. Your file may have the number of data available. It may have integer, float, character, or anything. So which kind of data available, that kind of data we can read from the particular file. Okay, that can be stored in one of the separate variable in our main program. Okay, so that's about the these are the file management functions. Okay, so remaining we will discuss in the next video. Okay.